Hold on tight, because today we're diving into a coin that most people overlook completely. A coin many throw into vending machines, parking meters, or coin jars without ever realizing its hidden power. I'm talking about the 1967 Washington quarter, a coin that at first glance looks ordinary, common, even boring. But here's the shocking truth. Yes, a simple 25-cent coin from 1967 could be worth more than a brand new sports motorcycle, the down payment on a house, a year's college tuition, or even a life-changing fortune. And the craziest part, this is one of the most exciting coins from the 1960s because of its huge mintage, high error potential, and massive collector demand today. So buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 1967 quarters are worth the most money, which rare errors can bring thousands, how to identify insanely valuable varieties, why this coin exists without a mint mark, and why some collectors believe a perfect grade 1967 quarter could easily reach $250,000, $500,000, or even $1 million if discovered. Let's get into the full journey of this incredible coin. To understand why this coin is so special, you must understand the era. The year was 1967, right in the middle of the U.S. coinage crisis. The government had removed all silver from quarters just 1 year earlier, 1965, replacing it with the modern clad copper-nickel metal. This transition was messy, rushed, and full of unpredictable minting conditions. In 1965, 1966, and 1967, the U.S. Mint removed mint marks to discourage collectors from hoarding coins. All 1967 quarters were minted without a mint mark. The mint was pushing out coins at extreme speed due to nationwide shortages. This high-pressure environment is exactly why everything from off-center strikes, double strikes, clipped planchets, wrong metal, errors, broad strikes, full brockages, missing layers, experimental planchets escaped the mint in huge numbers. Collectors today love the 1967 quarter because there are still undiscovered errors waiting to be found. Right arrow, 1,524,031,848 quarters. That's over 1.5 billion coins. Huge, right? But here's the catch. Millions were spent for decades, worn out, abused, scratched, and lost. Because nobody saved rolls in 1967, no mint marks, less interest. Perfect specimens are super scarce, but most have been thrown away. Imagine an Atisador still hiding in circulation today. This is why error collectors chase the 1967 quarter aggressively. Let's break down the actual market values so you know what's possible. These are quarters you find in pocket change, 0.25 cents, $1 normal with WER, $3, $15, $20, $75, $150, $300 extremely rare, $700, $2, 500 plus, only a few known. One sold for thousands. $6, $000, $10, 000 plus, no perfect examples found yet. But if a true perfect 1967 quarter appears, the value could be, because perfection from a chaotic minting year is almost impossible. Now we enter the most exciting part: the errors, the mistakes that slipped past quality control, and the wild minting accidents that turn regular coins into treasures. These are the coins that bring hundreds, thousands, even five-figure amounts. These occur when the blank planchet doesn't align properly. 5, 10% off center, $40, $10020, 40% off center, $150, $35050, 70% off center with date, $500, $1, 200 plus coins missing 75% of the design can bring thousands. Look for doubling in the letters, numbers, or facial features. Minor doubling, $50, $150, strong doubling, $200, $1, 000 plus, major doubling, $2,000, $5, 000 plus. Part of the coin is missing because the blank was cut incorrectly. Small clip, $30, $75, medium clip, $100, $200, large clip, $250, $400 plus. One side appears golden/copper toned. Partial layer missing, $200, $400, full side missing, $450, $1, 200, struck without the restraining collar, $50, $150, coin was struck twice. Weak second strike, $300, $600, strong second strike, $1,000, $5, 000 plus. If a 1967 quarter was struck on a dime planchet, nickel planchet, for in coin planchet, experimental metal, then value skyrockets. These are extremely rare and have sold for A newly identified wrong planchet variety could easily reach. One of the most desirable errors. Value: $3,000. 10,000 plus only a few exist for 1967. The U.S. Mint was experimenting heavily during 1965. 1967. A true experimental metal 1967 quarter would be a historic discovery, and depending on uniqueness, could reach. Or even this is why collectors search obsessively. Here's how to check if your coin is worth big money. Is it misaligned? Is the collar missing? Is the edge clipped? Doubling? Missing clad layers? Copper showing? Ghost images? Off-center? Broad strike? Wrong planchet? Sharp detail, strong luster, no major scratches. High-grade coins make collectors go crazy. A simple smartphone macro lens can reveal hidden doubling. Your coin might be a new discovery. Collectors love 1967 quarters because this year is the perfect storm of high demand, high rarity in certain categories, high excitement category value circulated $0.25, $1 uncirculated $3, $15 ms, $65, $20, $75 ms, $66, $150, $300 ms, $67, $700, $2, 500 plus ms, $68, 6, $000, $10, $000 plus ms, 69, none known, $50, $000, $250, $000 plus ms, 70, theoretical, up to $1, $000, off, center $50, $1,200 plus, double die $100, $5, $000 plus, clipped planchet $30, $400 plus, missing clad layer $200, $1, 200 plus, wrong planchet $5, $000, $15, $000 plus, brockage $3, $000, $10, $000 plus, experimental strike $50, $000. $500,000 plus. The 1967 Washington quarter is one of the most exciting coins of the entire 20th century, loaded with history, mystery, incredible errors, extreme value potential, and millions still floating around. If you ever find a perfect grade 1967 quarter or a dramatic mint error, you may be holding a coin worth more than a car, more than a salary, even more than a house. Keep checking your change. Keep checking those old jars, and you never know. Imagine this, a tiny copper penny, worth just 1 cent when it was made, tucked
ये
away in
आपको
an old
वीडियो
jar,
एनफ सिक्का आना
suddenly
चाहिए जितना
turning
को आ
into a golden
रहा
nugget worth hundreds, thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars. That's exactly the kind of treasure story behind the
है
1957 D Lincoln Wheat penny. At first glance, it seems ordinary, but under the right conditions, and perhaps with a rare error, it could be a show-stopping find. The 1957 D penny was minted in the Denver Mint. That's what the D stands for. The design is classic. On the obverse front is the bust of Abraham Lincoln, the first time a U.S. circulating
तो
coin
अपने बारे
featured
में
a
पूछता था
president.
भैया
The
कि
reverse
जल्दी
shows two wheat
कपड़े
stalks, which is why it's called a wheat penny. The wheat cent
हाल
design ran
सेंटर
from
में आपको वीडियो
1909 to 1958. 1957 was among the last few years of that era, giving it historical significance for collectors who aim to complete full wheat cent collections. The 1957 D penny is not rare in terms of mintage.
ये
In
आपको
fact,
वीडियो
over
एनफ सिक्का आना चाहिए जितना को आ रहा है
1,051,342,000 of these coins were struck. That makes it one of the more common wheat pennies by production volume. In short,
ये नहीं पूछता था
1957 D is historically significant and part of the final chapter of the wheat penny era, but under normal circumstances, it's common because so many were made. The typical 1957 D penny is abundant. But the twist is, condition matters enormously, and some extremely well-preserved or rare error examples are where the serious money is to. Here's a breakdown of value
अपने
ranges.
बारे में शूट
In
करा भैया
US dollars,
क्यों बना
condition
दिया
slash grade slash feature typical value,
लगा तेरा
approximate,
आने वाले
circulated,
हाल
average
सेंटर में
wear a
आपको
few
वीडियो
cents, face value is 1 cent, circulated, better than average low dollars to a few dollars, uncirculated slash mint state. Common grade like MS, 63 to MS, 65, several dollars up to about $6 to $13,
ये
or a
आपको
bit
वीडियो
more.
एनफ सिक्का
Higher
आना चाहिए जितना को आ
uncirculated
रहा
grade,
है
MS, 66, for instance, $24, superb mint state. Top grade like MS,
ये नहीं
67
पूछता
RD, $310 according to one value chart. Exceptional Pristine, eye-appealing MS 67 plus, often with full red color, no spots. Auction record: $6,600 for one 1957 D Wheat Penny MS 67 plus RD. Rare error or extraordinary varieties, e.g. sharp strike, perfect
ఎప్పటికి
red
బాగా
color,
గుర్తుతుందా
unusual
ఇది బాగా
toning, or rare minting anomalies. Offers
బాగా
and listings show thousands of
అదే
dollars,
కార్లో సేమ్
sometimes
మ్యాన్తో
several
రెడీ
hundreds or more, depending on collector interest and condition. So yes, while they average 1957, D is common and inexpensive. A top-tier, perfectly preserved version can reach hundreds or thousands of dollars, and in rare
ఇది
ideal
అసలు
conditions
వీటికి
fetch
ఎన్నో సిక్కా
thousands
అనగా
or even
చిన్నప్పుడు
over $6,000 at auction. Condition/grade, mint state. Know where a clean, sharp strike with all details intact. No worn letters, smooth surfaces, crisp features. Drastically increases value. Full red color, original copper luster, not darkened/brown, is highly desired. Many favorites among collectors are bright red. Eye appeal, no spots, corrosion, or discoloration. No carbon spots or toning that distracts. Clean surfaces that look fresh.
ఎప్పుడు
Sharp
బాగా
details on
గుర్తుతుందా
Lincoln's hair,
బ్రో
cheek,
అప్పుడే
and wheat stalks on the reverse,
బాగా
indicating a strong
అదే
strike.
వాళ్ళ
High
కార్లో సేమ్
professional
మ్యాన్తో
grading,
రెడీ
MS 67, MS 67 plus, etc., from trusted services like PCGS or NGC. This offers buyers and sellers confidence, which adds premium minting anomalies/errors/rare varieties. In
ఇది
special
అసలు
cases,
వీటికి ఎన్నో
Ms.
సిక్కా అనగా
strikes,
చిన్నప్పుడు
repunched mint marks, mint error coins, value can increase beyond typical levels. Some listings and collector interest reflect coins with such traits commanding a high premium. Its huge mintage, over 1 billion coins struck, means most coins are common as a result. The normal 1957 D pennies, particularly those circulated, have very low value. Many are worth just cents or a few dollars. The rarity and corresponding high value only comes when the coin is in superb condition or has rare, desirable
ఎప్పుడు బాగా
traits/errors, so it's a common
అప్పుడే
coin with rare potential.
బాగా
It's part of the final years of the
అదే వాళ్ళ
wheat penny
కార్లో
era,
సేమ్ మ్యాన్తో రెడీ
1909 to 1958, making it key for collectors wanting a complete wheat cent set. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the wheat penny carried the image of Lincoln, the first U.S. circulating coin to portray a president. That design legacy resonates strongly with coin
ఇది అసలు
enthusiasts. Its
వీటికి ఎన్నో
massive
సిక్కా
mintage
అనగా
and
చిన్నప్పుడు
widespread circulation mean many people already own one. So flipping through old piggy banks, old coin jars, or family collections can unearth potentially valuable specimens. If you're making a YouTube or social media video about this coin, here's a structure that grabs viewers and builds suspense. What if that dull old penny in your pocket, the one that's only worth 1 cent, is actually a hidden treasure that could fetch thousands of dollars? Tell the story. Brief background. Lincoln, the Wheat Penny series, why 1957? D matters
ఎప్పుడు బాగా
historically.
గుర్తుదా భయ్యా
Reveal the
ఇది బ్రో
facts. Show
అప్పుడే
how common most
బాగా
1957 D pennies
అదే
are,
వాళ్ళ
over
కార్లో
1
సేమ్
billion
మ్యాన్తో
minted,
రెడీ
but then transition to here's where it gets exciting. Show dramatic contrasts. Pictures or video of a worn 1957 D penny worth little versus a pristine MS 67 red. Example worth hundreds or thousands.
ఇది
Educate
అసలు వీటికి
viewers.
ఎన్నో
How
సిక్కా
to
అనగా
inspect
చిన్నప్పుడు
condition. What to look for. Color, sharpness, errors. What grading means. How to get coins professionally graded. Stoke the hope. Remind them that many 1957 D pennies are out there, and that one in a million could be a gem. Encourage them to dig through old change jars. Call to action/closure. So next time you see a dusty old penny, stop. Flip it over, examine it. Because maybe, just maybe, you're sitting on a small fortune. That narrative arc, from ordinary penny to hidden treasure, keeps people hooked
ఎప్పుడు
and
బాగా
leaves them
గుర్తుదా
rooting
భయ్యా
for a
ఇది
surprise
బ్రో
discovery.
అప్పుడే
The 1957
బాగా
D Wheat penny illustrates
అదే వాళ్ళ
perfectly how
కార్లో
coins
సేమ్
with humble
మ్యాన్తో
beginnings
రెడీ
can turn into prized collector's items. While most 1957 D pennies are common and worth little, the rare, high-grade specimens, especially those with full red color, flawless strikes, or unusual minting anomalies, demand serious
ఇది
attention.
అసలు వీటికి
A
ఎన్నో సిక్కా
pristine
అనగా
MS
చిన్నప్పుడు
67 plus example sold for as much as $6,600 at auction. That shows the sky is the limit, and that the right penny could indeed fetch hundreds, thousands, or even more, depending on market demand and desirability. If you ever dig up a 1957 D, don't dismiss it. Treat it as a potential treasure. Examine it, compare to grading guides, maybe get it professionally graded. Because for the discerning collector, That unassuming penny might just be worth more than you can imagine.